16 TV. It's Cuz OP here back with another reaction. This time I'm reacting to Brick Baby response to rumors that YG dissed him. We gonna see what this is talking about. Screen recording starting in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share.
Is that just cap?
Yeah, that's super cap. Like, what?
I have no idea. But yeah, anyway.
They think that that's a fucking diss song. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why does everybody think that YG diss you?
Oh, right.
Yeah, like, nigga.
I don't necessarily think it's a diss towards Brick Baby, but I do think it's interesting that I guess it's just called weird. If it was called Weirdo, it'd probably be about a specific person. But I do find it interesting that it is. I don't think it's dissing him though. I think it's somebody else, if anything. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Like, nobody fuck my bitch. Like,
but he said something about perks. Like, you a perk
that's
head.
the only shit that.
But how many fools are perkheads in the streets of LA right now? Like,
he said.
But you still gonna say it about. You could diss somebody. You might call them a perkhead if you thought they were worse than you.
You said what?
Like, if you were beefing with somebody.
And you thought they were more of a drug
you might just call them a perkhead. Like, it don't matter that you're a perkhead. You just call them a perkhead. That's just what we do.
Yeah, especially if you, that's true. A motherfucker that do less than you will say that shit quick. A motherfucker that do less or whatever, say you smoke more weed than the motherfucker, they be like, you a pothead. But I seen you smoke weed before. But you a pothead though, because you smoke weed all the time. Which, in that case, it's cool. But once you start getting into other drugs, it's like, yeah, you could call it, if I perk once in my life and you take 30 perks, I can call you a perkhead. And I ain't never took a perk before.
We do it.
You could be gay and you're gonna call another dude gay.
It's not a compliment.
I see it happen all the time. like seeing a gay dude call a fucking other dude gay. I'm like, huh?
I seen black dudes arguing about who's the most black.
Yeah.
Like using that to diss each other. Like, I'm black, but I ain't black like you. When I first moved to New York, I heard two BMX riders, like actual, like legit pros, arguing over that. And that was the moment when I realized, being out here in New York, I'm gonna get to figure out how black people actually talk to each other. I'm gonna hear shit that like I would never hear on TV or in rap songs.
I don't think that's a good example because New York people are mad due to the fact that they stacked on top of each other. Like everything's so tight, they so shoulder to shoulder. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Dash, so shoulder to shoulder. Everybody mad. The white people they're mad. The Mexican people they're mad. But I think they're more like Puerto Rican and shit like that. But Mexican people they're mad and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody mad. And I don't think that's a fair example. I think, if anything, if you want to know how black people treat them, you gotta go to a place like Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Memphis, where there's room, niggas have their own yards, and they still cordial towards each other. I think that's a better example of how black people treat each other.
I never even knew that was a thing. And then I go to New York, and I'm like getting turned on, like all this other crazy shit happening.
Like YG making a diss song to me and talking about making it uncomfortable in my hood. Like, first of all, last time you came to my hood or jeopardized my hood, you gonna have the goons pop out and all that shit.
Last time that I checked.
Last time you came to the hood, nigga, your hero is outside right now. Like, he saved you from a whole lot of shit. So, it's a viral clip of Conrad walking you out of there, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, he got a relationship with my hood. I doubt that he'd make a motherfucking diss song like that about me. He might have threw some shit in there talking about Scotty bullshit, Scotty Pippen and all that shit. I don't know if that's the reference that they were referring to, but like, my bitch getting fucked by somebody from Power, where did that narrative come from?
I thought that was all just Drake.
But I feel like I have kind of heard other people try to push that narrative too. Is this all just made up?
I think that's from the whack shit, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The dude, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The little dude was the dude that was sitting right there in the seat. It was Pesci. Pesci is a dude that I met through Rad and Renpaul when I came home. A fucking weird trick, pay to be around you type nigga. You get what I'm saying? So he was acting like he wanted to bail me out of jail. So what he did, he cashed out my wife $1 to send a message like, send me your number. While I was already out. But I guess while I was in there, he did it. Then he like, yeah, we need. So
that's the craziest thing, because you know what I'm saying, I wasn't privy to that game, but that really is the game. Some people pay. They try to see what your cash app is. They'll randomly send your shawty some bread. Like, here go $40. I know you need it. You playing the long game. let me go ahead and send this bread. She gonna eventually get comfortable with me, this, that, and third. Then when she mad, she already comfortable with me because I've been looking out. So now we about to have a real conversation. That's smart. I think that shit is like not a bad thing. It's, everybody got their own way of doing stuff, but it's almost predatory. Like, I'm actually doing all this shit to get you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just meeting you organically and then we hit it off.
When I got out, he was calling back. He had finally called. She like this bad. She calling. I'm like,
it's different to be like, I like that girl. If I see her, I'm gonna talk to her. That's a big difference.
I didn't never even call him or ask.
Keep trying and trying.
So I'm like, tell him we need 5 mans. Tell him to send 5 mans right now. So she talking to him like, yeah, whoa. She like, but I need his whole name. I'm like, look, he doing that for whack. I'm like, look, he want to know my whole name so he can look up my shit. She like, if you trying to send the money for the bill, like, nigga, send the money for the bill. The fuck do you need to?
That right there, what he just said, that's why you go by. That's why you make up some sort of stage name, an alias, a stage name. Because if you got a stage name, like you rapping or you do YouTube or you do some shit like that, you have a stage name. One, because like, if say you do get some money for this shit, you become somebody. Niggas gonna find your house. You see what happened with Drake's house when they found that man's house. When people find people's house, you see what happens when they find people's houses. Should be happening. So it's like, it's always better to go around and introduce yourself as what people call you sometimes, especially when it comes to people that like, people that you don't know if they trustworthy. If you at work, I'm telling them niggas my first and last name, blah, blah, blah. I damn near want them to call me that. I don't want them to even call me my middle, like, you know what I'm saying, the name. I go by my middle name and shit. I don't even want them to call me that because I don't even want that kind of like, blah, blah. But people I don't know that I just met, I'm just telling them a name.
Like,
I used to tell people Oscar, like, my name Oscar. I used to say that shit a lot.
So I'm like, look at the weird shit he doing. So boom, the next day, it's like, I guess he sent all the text messages to Wack. He like, yeah, Brick Baby can't get out of jail. He need 5,000. He was broke. He The homie that be fucking his wife, nigga, sent me the screenshots, and guess what? He got her stored under Brick Baby. Nigga, he call, like, bro, the nigga just got the number that day. Nigga, this is a nigga that I've been.
So literally, just because YG's from Treetop, then people are gonna make an assumption like
it was a nigga from 2Ps that Wack was talking about.
Okay, so yeah.
And I just want to throw out there, with my base level of knowledge of what's going on, from what I'm putting together, we know, you know where the Treetops is from because of YG. They in Compton, right? So Treetops is in Compton, right? Then you got where he's from, that's in LA, South Central. He says it all the time, right? Then you got the 2P where Wack's from. Wack says it all the time. It's in the valley. It's 4 blocks away from here is where all these people live at. It's in the valley, right? You notice how all these places are nowhere near each other to where they should be having some real, like, you know what I'm saying, issue, but we talking about like it's gonna be some. It doesn't make sense for people to be like, this is why y'all are fighting. Why? I don't even think YG. I'm pretty sure, and this is crazy. You can go to Street Gangs, the YouTube channel, and probably go find a video, and they'll tell you who they don't like, and I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with anybody that doesn't live in Compton. You know what I'm saying? Same with the other thing. I think everybody's staying in their own areas with this shit. Everybody ain't sitting around. This is such a weird argument.
Yeah, like, he's a nigga that.
Because it's like, because you're in Peru and you're blah, blah, blah. That makes sense. I'm like, how?
That was like I was sliding through the valley looking for somebody. That was him.
Who actually, I was speaking to him today because he told me that G-Face's wife is trying to get in touch with me.
Really? Are they like on good terms, him and his wife?
I think so. If it's on bad terms, you know what Adam about to do. He about to put her on Plug Talk. She want to get on Plug Talk. You see what he did with Freddie Gibbs' girl? He had her get a train ran on her on Plug Talk the same week they broke up. So you know how Adam handles his issues.
Yeah. Because I think G-Face, he called into some other shit saying that he basically like didn't snitch, and so he's coming out on a full campaign saying that all this shit is capped. So it's gonna be like litigation in the streets from like 1090 Jake and him.
Make sure you
we're gonna have to figure it out.
Make sure you talk to her on a payphone, or don't call me no more off that phone after you talk to her.
So I could talk to her, and then my phone would become tapped just by that.
Man,
yeah,
that's how it works.
That's exactly how it works.
Probably already tapped anyway. You got the whole world admitting the fucking shit on your platform.
No, man, you make me call you back on FaceTime. Just in case anybody is listening.
Yeah,
FaceTime is a preferred method of communication.
How does that work though? They can record your calls but not your FaceTimes?
Nah,
I feel like
because it's encrypted. Apple.
well, if you, I know.
And Apple don't just give up their thing. So through a face video, usually like that Snapchat, they release their shit. Instagram, anything that say AI and shit, they giving that shit up too. So it's kind of like one of them things where it's like Instagram, they got the AI on their shit. Blah got AI on their shit. But the video is just like, it's a different call. And I'm not saying that like, oh, if you have an issue, you gotta avoid that shit. I'm just saying like, all that shit is different. It's weird.
For sure, if you use like WhatsApp or
It's
if you use
weird.
Signal and things like that, that's way more.
FaceTime, nah,
They can't get that?
They can get into that. They
Yeah.
tapped into that. Apple doesn't let
Okay.
the feds
Yeah.
regulate
Yeah,
that shit.
because they can have a conversation with them, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be like, this is what you need, and they openly work with the government. Apple is just like, if we give up our shit like that, we gonna lose our level of trust. I don't ever keep Apple, which is ironic, but that's why most people that are doing a bunch of shit usually got an iPhone too, because it's like, it's encrypted. Most of the shit they can't give it to the police.
That's why they had the problem when they had the fucking terrorists that did the thing at the childish Planned Parenthood thing.
Okay.
Yeah, remember they couldn't get into his phone and all that
Oh.
So you know what I'm saying, them situations different for everybody. But go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but obviously they do. So if you want to learn more, go check out the No Jumpers full videos and shit like that. Holler at me. Bye. I'll get up with y'all.